They were chanting, "We want Cade." The Pistons have been around after moving from Fort Wayne since the late 50s. Last time they had the #1 overall pick. They took the great Bob Lanier out of St. Bonaventure, became an all-star, one of the great big men in the history of the game. Of course, Detroit had several eras of dominance, 3 world championships that they had in '89, '90, 2004 in a couple of different groups. Dominated the East and going to the Eastern Conference Finals 6 and 5 times. But since 2008, only 1 winning season, no playoff wins, some notable failures in the draft. However, last year they came up after making some moves with a couple of all-rookie selections, the only team to have 2 all-rookie selections, but they need a cornerstone. And they believe that Cade Cunningham is that. What would they be getting if, in fact, that is the choice we expect?
They'll be getting a future star that is truly a complete player, that does absolutely everything. And at 6'8", with a 7-foot wingspan, he's got the handle of a point guard. You mentioned, Reese, that he's clutch. And I think that's true. Like, he's not. It's not that he's not afraid of the moment. He's not. He understands the moment and can operate in it at the highest level. He can go off the dribble. He's an excellent passer with either hand. Great in isolation. Can shoot it from deep, and he guards people. He is really good defensively and has made game-saving and game-winning plays on the defensive end because of that clutch gene that you talked about and that great understanding of the game. He doesn't blast off pick and rolls, but he comes off them with pace and makes the right decision and sees the entire floor. He can call his own number and take it himself and is not afraid of it. He's got everything, and I think he's a superstar. And I think he's going to be all-NBA. I think he's going to be an all-star. And Detroit is going to talk about a Grant Hill comparison once he gets there because he's got that kind of ability. He's not the freak athlete that Grant Hill was, but at this stage of his career, he's ahead of where Grant was in his skill level and his ability to shoot the ball from all 3 levels and can finish at the rim. I mean, the only bad thing you could say about Cade Cunningham is he's just a great athlete. He's not a freak. Right. Like, that's the worst thing you could say.
And he's the most complete prospect that I've ever evaluated. Okay, maybe he's not as explosive as Zion Williamson or as special as Luka Doncic, but when you go down the line and check the boxes, right, with positional length, shooting, feel for the game, defensive versatility, intangibles. I mean, this kid's been a winner at every single level. I agree with Jay. I think he's a superstar in the NBA.
Okay, let me just hit you quickly. Most complete means fewer holes to fill. It doesn't mean the best prospect you've ever seen, right?
Right. I would still give the edge to a guy like Luka Doncic. Yeah. I think Cade is probably the 2nd best perimeter prospect behind Doncic in the last decade.
All right, so Perk, you're going to look at these report cards, and you're going to be the dean of the department and tell us how well Mike has graded these.
Well, guess what? Mike checked all the boxes with this analyst and this breakdown that he did with Cade Cunningham. I mean, look, like Jay was saying, this kid is a bona fide superstar in the making. I think he's the most complete player since LeBron James. When you talk about it, 6'8" frame, 220 pounds, so versatile. Versatility is the main thing, right? Being able to contribute and make others around him better, and then he could go up 1 through 5 on the defensive end. He has those clamps. He's mature. You see him down there with his daughter. His leadership skills are there.
So the pick is in. Our Avery Morjanowski told us earlier today the Pistons have settled. Here's Adam Silver.
With the first pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State University.
So the Pistons do not have any surprise. You see Cade sharing that moment with his parents, his daughter. He said earlier this week his daughter might not remember all of this, but she'll look back on it someday and understand the gravity of this moment. His daughter named Riley, you've already introduced yourselves to her tonight. A mature guy, he's been a terrific leader in the Oklahoma State program. He started a vegan diet while in high school, and it shows a little bit to the discipline that he has. He's the only player in Oklahoma State history to be named first-team All-American. Remember, the Cowboys have a rich and storied basketball heritage there, and Cunningham was a guy that the better the competition, the better he played. The scoring average went up against top 10 teams. Other times he would make sure that he gets his teammates involved there. Unselfish guy. He will not have to change hats. We might see some guys by the end of the night that change hats. This hat is going to stay on his head. The embrace with Adam Silver, Cade Cunningham to the Pistons.
And Cade has really the upside of a Luka Doncic, okay? When you talk about these 6'8" playmakers, that's what every NBA team is looking for, and I think his floor is a Chris Middleton type, and it starts with his ability to get to that step-back move. I mean, that's the most lethal move in the NBA. He's already got that. He can pass off the dribble with his right hand, with his left hand, and we've seen Luka Doncic just torture opponents with that step-back move, has the size to see over the top and pick and roll. I think we're going to see a lot of that from Cade Cunningham with NBA talent around him, and then the versatility. He can be a catch and shoot guy. He can operate out of the mid post if you need a bucket there with the shimmy move and the step back going right. That's why he reminds me of Chris Middleton. He can play with other stars in that late game clutch gene when it matters most. We saw that all NBA finals with Chris Middleton. Doncic has that. Cunningham has that. This kid is built for the NBA game.
And a better defender than the comparisons. When you say better defender than Doncic, better defender than Middleton?
No question, he's longer. He's got the 7'2" wingspan, good feet. He's intense. I think he's a complete player.
Pistons haven't drafted anyone who became an all-star for them since Andre Drummond in 2012. Middleton became an all-star, but not for the Pistons. Rockets are on the clock right now, but let's check in with Malika Andrews, who spoke with the number 1 overall pick.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Cade, you going number 1 certainly was the consensus, but this is something that you've been dreaming of since you were a child. How does it feel?
It's still crazy to be in the moment. Like, words can't really explain the emotions, you know what I'm saying? It's everybody's so happy, my family's all here, you know, to be able to spend this moment with them, it's a blessing.
You've said that your mom, your dad, your daughter, they push you to strive, and if you strive, you'll achieve. What does it mean to share this achievement with them?
I mean, it means everything. Like, I know my name was the first name called, but, you know, I didn't do this by myself. You know, I feel like I have a number one pick family, honestly. You know, I have a blessed, you know, supporting system. I can't even talk right now. I got so many emotions going on. I'm just so happy to be here, and, you know, I'm ready to see what I can do in the next level.
You achieved a dream tonight, and you're getting to share it with your daughter, Riley. What do you want that to model for her?
You know, I just want to show her what hard work does. I think that's the biggest thing. You know, I want her to grow up and hear, you know, what her dad has done before her, and for her to see, you know, what hard work really can give you in life. So, I mean, she's my biggest motivation. She's taught me way more than I could ever teach her, but, no, I think this is a good step for me.
You're headed to Detroit, the Motor City. What do we think of the nickname Motorcade? Can we get that going?
Yeah, I love it. And shout out, hold on, shout out Detroit. Shout out Detroit. I got to buff up, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Detroit.
Oh, you're ready.
Buffed up now. Which camera I'm looking at? I'm in this one.
Yeah, you're in this one right here.
Detroit, I'm all the way in. Detroit Pistons, I'm all the way in. Let's do it.
Congratulations, Cade.
Man, let me tell you, they loved him before. Having spent some time and lived in the state of Michigan, they're really going to love him now. They love somebody that embraces them, and Cade Cunningham's doing that.
Absolutely. And look, Jay, tomorrow when you tweet out your classic Young Jeezy lines, make sure you at Cade Cunningham for putting on